friends, welcome back. My name is Addie of Well Loved Clothing, where we love everything vintage, thrift, sustainable, secondhand, and self-expressive. So I am so excited for today's video because we are going to be shopping our closets for some street style inspiration. So for these types of videos, I take inspiration from some of the street style looks that are happening at Fashion Weeks, which yes, Fashion Week is upon us. New York Fashion Week started today. Copenhagen Fashion Week was last week, and then London Fashion Week happens, but Copenhagen and New York Fashion Week are my absolute favorites. I feel like the street style for both of them is just so chic on the New York side, very classic, but still interesting. But then the Copenhagen, I feel like, is just kind of weird in a fun way. And I feel like it kind of fits my sort of quirkiness of my style. So we are going to do a little two-part series similar to what we did for Fashion Week last year, where I did two different videos because I was just so inspired by the street style. So I am super excited for today's video because I feel like my style is just evolving a ton and I just need some inspiration. I feel like street style is always super inspiring for me because it's like the definition of personal style. It's just people getting dressed in their most amazing outfits to go to these amazing fashion shows. And so I feel like people are really to the nines, but I need inspiration because I feel like my style is just going in a completely new direction. But as my style evolves, I feel like I am purging so much in my own wardrobe, in my store inventory, all of that. So with wanting to get rid of a bunch of clothing, I am getting on Whatnot and I'm going to do some sales. So if you haven't heard of Whatnot before, where you been? We love Whatnot. So Whatnot is a live auction app where you can buy and sell a bunch of different kinds of items, namely vintage or pieces from your girl that she wants to pass on to someone who will love them more than she will at the moment. But think like Depop or like eBay, but you are interacting live with the person who is selling the pieces. So it would kind of be like hanging out with me at my store, but you would get to bid on items that you want that I am selling during that live. So not only am I on there, but there are so many other amazing creators. You can also buy tons of collectibles, but I have met so many new friends on it, and I have also bought so many amazing vintage pieces. So if you're interested in shopping Whatnot, you can click my link below and download the app, create an account, and get $15 shopping credit towards your next order. You can also join my live, and I am so looking forward to getting to hang out with you guys and sell some pieces. I'm not sure what the kind of theme will be for it yet, but it'll be a lot of fun, and I guarantee there will be some goodies. So back to the reason that we're here today. I compiled a little list of a whole bunch of looks that really inspired me from Copenhagen street style, but then we'll be doing a little mini series, and New York Fashion Week street style will be coming in the near future. The goal here is not to copy the outfit, but really to take what inspires me about it and recreate it with pieces that I already own. This is a really fun and sustainable way to kind of revamp how you look at your wardrobe. So without further ado, let's get into some of these looks. So for today's first look, we are going after something a little bit simpler, maybe just starting on an easier front. And I feel like this is something that a lot of people probably have in their closet, or at least can make something out of what they have. So these are the two kind of images we're going for. We are going after this kind of idea of playing up denim in a really fun way. So both of these outfits kind of felt like an equation to me of denim jacket or top, sort of matching denim pants, fun details on both, and then some layers under, a big coat over, and a kind of interesting shoe. And playing it up with some fun accessories like the little blue bag and the hat on the more masculine look. But I love the idea of taking something so classic as the Canadian tuxedo and kind of revving it up with your own personal style. I love this look because it has the pink and the more bold colors and the patterns, but the little sparkle on the end of the denim is also a really fun way to kind of personalize a look. But I love this one because of the utility kind of element of that chunkier boot and the heavier denim, more jacket than shirt, buttoned up to kind of be like a shacket piece. But I think the textures on these are great. I think the details on both are great. So we are going to go after a little mishmash of both of these looks mixed together. So let's do our own version of this kind of Canadian tuxedo. I'm already feeling so inspired and so excited to do even more of these outfits. So such a good way to start. It feels really basic, but really elevated at the same time. So I started with my little denim shirt. This is just a Dickies shirt that I thrifted. My Wranglers, and I love the shape of these Wranglers, especially the little like ankle length of it. It allows for a shoe to have some fun, which kind of reminded me of the jean with the pink checked coat. And I did kind of keep the checks in mind because one, I love a checkered pattern, but two, I have this amazing little fuzzy jacket jacket, which all of the shearling was also super huge. So I feel like I'm a little inspired with that too, because this has like a teddy coat kind of feel to it. But then keeping with the more masculine look, I wanted to kind of match some of my colors and keep it a little monochrome with that denim really standing out. So I did the same kind of citrine color in the coat for the little turtleneck underneath. But then I also did my little two-tone yellow and white booties that I really feel like elevate this look, but kept with some utility touches like the masculine look with my little carpenter jean and some of these silhouettes just kind of being a little funky and a little oversized, like the longer denim shirt with the shorter coat. So altogether, this layered look just came together in such a fun way, and I am super inspired. So we are going to move on to the next look. Our next look is, once again, 2 images. I feel like there were a lot of similar silhouettes, or at least I was recognizing similar silhouettes as I was going through these. So yes, the outfits are very different, but kind of similar in the same way, kind of that outfit equation. So these are my 2 images. Both of these outfits as a whole, I was super inspired by, but the sort of equation that I feel like I wanted to go after was this simple kind of color palette, but layering a bunch of different details on top of it and playing with some silhouettes. So I love the leather jacket in both, that kind of simpler sweater, simpler kind of skirt, the sock and shoe, but then one has necklaces and the other has a scarf. But I also love how this one just has the little bow in her hair. And so I feel like though these are very different looking outfits, they still kind of have the same feel to them. So I am going after pretty much this outfit equation, but really the like playing with the silhouette and creating something that feels really classic and kind of simple, but is still layered and interesting and really shows off personal style in the details that you add to it. So let's do this one. Okay, I absolutely never would have thought to put these pieces together, but I am loving how this look turned out. I was so inspired by just the simplicity of this like skirt, leather jacket, simple sweater, tight, spunky shoe kind of look. And it is a really great equation to just make anything super cute. But I really wanted to keep with that neutral kind of black, brown, white palette, which is a little offbeat for me. So I wanted to make it a little funky with some pattern mixing and some texture too. But I started with this little button down dress. I wanted to keep with that simple white base, a simple black tight, and then from there I just sort of took the equation that they were using and made it my own. So I did, this is actually a little white dress underneath here, and I liked that it had a little bit of that collar piece popping out of the top, but I just did a little brown tank top over the top of this. From there, I almost forgot that I had this amazing little leather shacket, and I loved that it brought some pattern to this look. From there, I just threw on some black tights and then did a little pattern sock to just add more of my own personal touch. But I love the loafer side of this look with the little skirt and jacket. So I put on some black little square-toed loafers, and I love that it sort of brought this brown to the bottom with the black and tan sock, but then tied in all the black on the bottom too. I also need to get some ribbons because I don't really have any just like regular hair tie ribbon. I might have some in my sewing closet, so I'll go check. But I just put a little like cheetah print scrunchie kind of thing in my hair, and I liked that it added another sort of neutral detail to this look. And I feel like this accomplishes this leather jacket look kind of feel, but really brings it to my own closet and makes it feel very personal to me. So I am just loving how this one turned out, and I need to wear this jacket more often because I'm obsessed. I absolutely love this next image. I just feel like it's so fabulous and so simple, and I haven't really thought to pair pieces like this together. So this is the next photo that we are going after. There's something so elegant about it, and I think it's really the shapes of things. So the main things that I'm really drawn to in this is the softer kind of buttery color palette, the chunky jewels and just details that make it feel a little harder, like the little thumb hole in the gray sweater. But then the softer detail like the bow and the lace in the skirt, it's just so good at juxtaposing all of these feminine and masculine, heavy and light things together. So I have a crocheted skirt that I've showed y'all before that I'm kind of thinking of leaning towards that, but I kind of want the lightness of the lace, and I have a couple of other pieces that I don't wear as often, but I'm inspired by this to wear them. So let's go after something with this look. This is entirely unexpected and so just perfect. I love this outfit. I never would have thought to put these things together. And I just love the floaty kind of lace fabric with this masculine jacket and just mixing a few colors in with this kind of neutral palette and hardening it up with a combat boot. It really is just that perfect mix of everything. And so I was super excited for an opportunity to style this amazing maxi dress. I'm pretty sure it's like a 70s wedding dress, but I love that it's this perfect knit fabric that really mimics this like heavy knit kind of, I don't know what this fabric is even called, honestly. I'm gonna have to look it up because I love her skirt and I feel like this does the same kind of thing. So then I wanted to layer it up similar to her, and so I put a little cropped sweater on here. I like the chunky knit mixed with the chunkier kind of lace. It's a really good textural combo. And then I did my little rust jacket because it does feel very much like me, but I do actually have a butter colored jacket. So I was going to do this one, and that would honestly be like so perfect for this little outfit combo, but it's just a little too small with the sweater layer situation, and it was a little short, and I didn't really like the short with the skirt. I think one of my favorite things about the look is that longer blazer with this beautiful kind of fitted maxi skirt. And as far as accessories go, I loved her chunky necklace, so I just put a little chain right here. I did my really chunky combat boots. I did just do a little clutch, and then I also actually found a little scarf, so I'm using it as a ribbon. It's just this little kind of cheetah print piece, and I loved that it had the bow. So it really is just that beautiful kind of romance look, but so street style, so me, and I am loving this combo. Our next look today is one that I am most excited about and most not really sure how I'm gonna end up there. So this image, I love both of these girls' outfits, but I really am going after this kind of funky two-piece set over the button-down look. It just feels like the perfect kind of winterizing a springy kind of piece, but with this little floral set, it really does feel like something that you would wear in spring and summer. But by adding the tights and the boots and this button-down and furry coat, she's really put it in a different season. And there's something so chic and simple about this, while it's still this like cool girl, oversized, patterned, funky, weird set. And I love that she puts her hair in this slick back ponytail. I'm also such a big fan of boots, shorts, and tights. So we are going to create something with this. I'm not really sure what yet, but we're just gonna go for it. So let's get into it. Okay, this look was a little bit more of a challenge than I thought it was going to be. I'm still not like 100% in love with it, but I do think that it ended up in a really cool kind of place. I did start with my little short set, but I think maybe this just isn't a silhouette that I love on me, especially because, full disclosure, these shorts do not fit and they are currently not zipped up all the way, but that's just what we're dealing with these days. But I started with the little shorts vest set, and this one is actually kind of a wool blend, and so it is a little bit of a warmer weather set, but I really love layering it over the button down. I do think if it was tucked, I would like it more, but once again, needs to be untucked because we're not zipped up all the way. But I do think that the orange coat kind of saves it a little bit. It adds to this like oversized feel. So then I paired it with some tights and some little ankle kind of sleek boots. I liked that her boots sort of meshed with her tights and were just kind of a part of the muted side of this look, so it wasn't really a big statement with the shoe. There are some good elements here, and I do really like where this is headed, but I don't think this is exactly what I love right now, but this image is still really inspiring, so I'm still gonna try things on, probably off camera, to figure out how to kind of piece this together in my wardrobe. Let's keep going. So this next look is absolutely fabulous. I fell in love with it. It's probably my favorite from all of the Copenhagen street style, but it's just this fabulous person. I love everything about this outfit, the colors, the boldness, but it still has this like chic, classic kind of feel to it. So my main loves for this outfit is this bold pattern on this dress, but then the color in the dress kind of matching the color of the coat, but then also using accessories to make this feel a little bit more monochromatic, because we have this fuzzy textured bag, the scarf, and the coat all match, but then the icing on top is this almost chunky utility boot with it, because it takes such a not really fancy dress, but just like a nicer fitted dress and adds just a little edge to it. So you get all this oversized, and then just chic little hoops, chic little glasses, hair back. Love it. So simple, but so beautiful. And I feel like everybody has a maxi dress and a big coat that you can kind of throw on and get the same silhouette, but we're gonna go after something that is more in the same color palette and playing more with the monochromatic elements of this look. So let's do it. All right, this one I am in love with. I am so excited about this look. It feels so simple and so easy, but still really elevated and cool, and I just love this. So I wanted to go after those long lines, that fitted maxi, that kind of monochrome accessories feel, and I feel like this really accomplishes basically the exact same thing, but very much so in my kind of vibe too. I love this sort of autumnal color palette that we're going for, and I started with my dress that I got in Paris, and it really is just like the same silhouette of the dress that this girl has, that really beautiful kind of column dress. And I was going to do my orange quilt coat, but I feel like I always pair that with everything, so I wanted to kind of challenge myself a little bit. So I grabbed this amazing kind of rusty red wool coat, and then the rest of the accessories just kind of came together. So this is actually a little poncho. It has the head hole. I'll actually just show it to you. So it has the head hole right in the middle there, so it's like a really long line poncho. But I thought, how perfect to just tube it up, toss it around my neck, and it's this really beautiful kind of textured scarf. I love that it also adds more texture. I went with my little leather orange bag. It is a little bit of a different color, but still kind of in the same color family, and again plays with that texture with the bright leather. And then I just threw on a little utility boot. I love that these are really ratty and just kind of worn. I think it really pays homage to how her shoes are just these chunky brown boots. So this is like a new outfit that I feel like I'm gonna be wearing a lot because I feel really confident and really amazing in this. So let's keep styling these street style looks. I feel like when you see this next picture, you're gonna be like, yeah, Addie, that makes perfect sense because those are colors that you love and silhouettes that you love, but it's also just so interesting and different, and I hope that you love it as much as I do because it's just so good. So the next picture we're going after is this amazing outfit. I love everything that this person is doing. But when you think of the silhouette of this is a pretty simple look. You're just looking at like white shirt, simple pant, white sneakers, simple, well, cool jacket. But I feel like what makes it even more interesting are the colors. So the colors and the textures, because we have this leather pant and this leather jacket, but they're in this bright, amazing purple on the jacket and this really deep, rich kind of cognac color for the pant. First of all, amazing color combination. Second of all, amazing silhouette on the jacket. I love that it's a little more cropped than what you would normally have with the pants. It adds just a little bit of something unexpected where you can just see the peak of the tank top slash t-shirt right above the pants. And then just throwing a simple white sneaker on with this is just so good to me because it makes it just so casual and comfy and feels so personal to this person's style. So of course I'm a lavender gal. Of course I'm an orangey cognac kind of gal. So we're gonna go after as close as this as we can get because I don't have a ton of like leather stuff that's really different colors, but that's the point. We're gonna see what we can do with this amazing outfit in our closets. So let's get into it. We ended up in a place that I'm happy with, but it still feels a little bit unfinished and not quite like as cool as the inspiration pick for this, but I still think there's something fun about taking inspiration from just the color palette and the kind of like structural interestingness of this jacket and the pants. So I was going to do a pair of leather pants, so I'll actually show you the original idea that I kind of had. I was going to do these amazing leather pants, and then I have a lavender sweater that's just kind of like chunky and short. So I was going to do that, and it was going to be a little bit more like everyday. But I feel like this look is just avant-garde in such a like silent way that I wanted to just challenge myself a little bit. So I'm not like super happy with this combo, but I do think it's kind of fun to just think outside the box. So I started with this little kind of cognac skirt. I really love the texture of it and the shape. I thought it would be fun to kind of do with sneakers and see what we could come up with. But then I wanted some kind of structural funky element because the jacket is so cool in this inspo pic. So I took this little sheer layered piece that I have and I just kind of layered it over the top, unbuttoned it so it had just some visual interest and felt sort of crop toppy. I also wanted that white tank top feel that this person has, and so I threw a little white tank top underneath here and I thought it kind of pulled in the sneakers a little bit. Then just to add some lavender, I threw on the little blazer, and now I'm thinking it might be more kind of streetwear with like a beanie and a crossbody bag. Let me accessorize it just a little bit more. So, I'm not sure. I feel like we can't revive this one today, guys. I think the scarf does something fun, but I do think that made it a little bit more personal style, funky, maybe a little more streetwear than like kind of office wear, but I think we can still see the inspiration with the colors and the structure and just trying things out, because that's what this is really about, getting inspired and trying new things. So let's keep styling, and hopefully the next one is a little better than this. Last look for today is sublime. I love this look, and it's really funny because I feel like I was really inspired by a lot of neutrals. I don't know if that's because in winter I do get a little bit more neutral than usual, or maybe my style is just like leaning that way these days, but let's just look at what we're going to try to achieve next. So we are going after this amazingly chic, kind of oversized, beautiful outfit. It feels a little like Carhartt gone like haute couture, which is everything that I love because it's just that utility kind of shop top with a little bit of a utility feeling skirt. And there's something that feels like this doesn't fit, but it does. But then this kind of skinny belt and the chunky sweater feels very Ralph Lauren, very chic. And then the slicked hair back feels chic. Just, there's something about this that feels simple and easy, effortless and chic, but still, like, if you look at it, it's very oversized and chunky and utility, but also their red hair with it, so good. So this is our last outfit, and I think I have some things that are going to look amazing with this. So let's just try to recreate this outfit. Out a little unexpected, and I feel like it still kind of vibes with the original image. I love the shacket idea, kind of tucked in as like a little overshirt. I think that's such a fun way to wear it. So this is actually my husband's little shacket. It really just feels like a button-down shirt, but it has this like shop coat kind of feel with big pockets on the front and the large buttons down the front too. So I knew I wanted to wear that, and then I just kind of paired it with a chunkier white sweater because I love that she had this chic sort of Ralph Lauren feel to her sweater and shacket tucked in. And then the bottoms were where I wasn't really sure where I was gonna go. I have that little brown skirt that I showed you a minute ago for a different outfit, but it just wasn't really like giving what I wanted it to with this look. I wanted it to be a little bit sleeker of a shape, and all the utility kind of happens on the top. So I would probably pair this with like a midi denim skirt, but don't have one, so we're using what we have. And I have this amazing floral skirt, and I do love that it kind of keeps in that monochrome that she has going on too, but adds a little pop of floral and color, which is a very much me thing. And the shape is just perfect and kind of keeps this in that chic sort of place, but still plays with those oversized silhouettes. And I'm not much of a belt gal, so you could toss on a little belt for just something kind of shiny in the middle like she has, but I just liked it plain. And then tossed on my little messy utility boots, which I loved with this outfit, and then my little purple bag, which again played with some of these colors and added just an extra sort of pop to it. Put my hair back in a ponytail, kept my little gold earrings in because I just love the simplicity of pulling the hair back, seeing all of this kind of business up top. So this is the look, and I feel like it is just a really great my version of this outfit. So this is the last look for today. So thank you so much for styling all of these amazing pieces with me and just getting back into some inspiration. I hope that this inspired you to find images that you love that inspire you and just recreate outfits to really get your creative juices flowing. So don't forget to click the link below to check out Whatnot and get $15 off your next order, and join me for my live sale. I will see you next week. You are well loved. Bye.